warm, very like is it imprecise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm English not good. And also there's one word that really intrigued me that he said. Where is it? Oh, speech, and also um. Wait, give me a second. He said it somewhere here. Um, it's like when the person it keeps repeating the same thing, but it goes over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
The timbre. So timbre. Yes. So if people could actually be loud or very loud and quickly, or quickly slow.
Yeah.
So depending on how people want to speak. So yeah.
Yeah. Again, you through watching that video, you can probably think of examples of people that you've worked with or work with now, that you can identify those different styles with, how people get the job done. Sometimes it's about professionalism as well. So it's not professionalism isn't the job that we do; it's how we do it.
Yeah.
So sometimes that comes down to character and personality and the kind of job that we're in, the kind of team that we're in, the kind of team dynamic that there is, and kind of the best ways in order to get the job done. So that's what we're going to move on to in a bit. So you can finish watching the video, and as always, have a think about how examples that you can think of from the resource, and just note down if you think there's any how it's applicable to your workplace. And then what we'll do, we'll move on to some professionalism data as well, and we're going to look at some different bits on professionalism and presentation. So there'll be a workbook, and we're going to do a bit of a masterclass on just working through elements of that. So once you've finished your video, just give me a shout, and we can start to work through those as well.
Good. All right, I've finished.
Okay, excellent. So what are your thoughts on the video resource there, Gloria?
It's interesting because obviously the guy said on the video, what would it be like if, like, for example, if somebody just speaks and the other one is just listening and receiving the information, or what would it be if the person just it's a creative person by speaking, but obviously what would the other person be thinking, like receiving the information?
Yeah.
So and also he has given like different way of you like how to do vocal voice thing. So it's interesting what he does. So yeah.
That's it. So again, you'll probably be able to identify a lot with the points or the concepts in the videos for how people act and how people present themselves within your business as well. There's a lot of different ways of how to get the job done. Some people are more coercive, You know, they come across as being very polite, you know, softly spoken, you know, please can you do this, thank you for doing that. Some people, not so much. Some people, they find they get the job done by being a bit more abrupt, a bit louder, kind of a bit dictatorial,
Yeah.
do this, do that kind of thing. And sometimes they feel that gets the job done as well. So you can find different styles and different characters, or use different.
Yes, like so we do have a new receptionist. So she's very opening. So she's very bubbly. So she's like exciting whenever she speaks. So I can see how she's like whenever she interacts with somebody that she's like too excited to speak. So
Yeah,
she's very lovely. So definitely I could see the way she opens up and speaks to the person or
yeah,
me or manager. So definitely, or for example, the manager's assistant, she speaks very slow and very like smooth. So with her, it's like, oh, it's nice to hear her whenever she speaks and she explains what it needs to be done. So
yeah. So
it's
people tend to listen to that and find
yes,
her easy to understand.
yes, yes, that's a yeah.
That's it. Okay, right, Gloria. If you could access your bud,
Yes.
and if you could go to, what we'll do is we'll go to the same screen, and on bud there will be so just underneath the resource that we just looked at, there should be a PDF called Professionalism and Presentation.
Yes.
If you could open that up for me.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, have we got that? So it should be like a purple looking workbook.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So if we start to scroll down,
Okay.
it gives us a bit of a welcome. So it explains what we're going to cover. So it looks at professional image. So how we want to be perceived, how people perceive us within the business. Personal presentation, company values, role models, and respect, equality, and diversity. So these are bits that we've worked on before. So if we scroll down to page number 4, so where it says what is professionalism.
Oh, wait. Here, perfect. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I am.
Okay, so
Is it how you are seen by others?
yeah, so professionalism it's not necessarily the job that you do, it's how you do the job, so how you go about it. So
Uh,
how do you go about your doing your job? So somebody else in your team might do the same job as you, but they might do it very differently. They might have a different style. They might adopt a different persona or a different character.
okay.
So professionalism, it can still be professionalism as well. So professionalism um, can be put out, can be demonstrated in different ways, depending on what your style or character is. So it's just identifying what we feel your style is and what you do and how you operate as an employee, as a member of staff. So professionalism is a quality that you should aspire to. You may already have skills and a skill set within your workplace, but professionalism involves wanting to constantly reach high standards and maintain high standards. And also the impact that your customer service skills have on your organization, because other people will see that as well. So professionalism refers not only to your physical appearance, but also the way in which you conduct yourself and how you treat and respect others. Professionalism, however, may be something that you develop over time, expanding your knowledge, experience, and watching and being mentored by others, setting a good example. So what would you say about that, Gloria? So we know that you'll have a certain way of doing things. So just from those opening quotes, how do you think you go about your work? How do you think you come in every day, and what's your role within the company?
Um,
Of
well,
how
obviously,
job?
when the first thing, obviously, when in the morning, just to get ready and prepare myself.
Yeah,
So I'm always like, whether I am not in the mood or anything, like a morning person, I'm always welcoming. I'm always happy just to say, yeah. But I'm very like very a lively person whenever I see somebody or speak to someone. So they
Indeed.
will see that okay, that they could actually speak to me and just have a normal conversation. So definitely, that's how I am when I
That's it.
start until the end.
That's it. And you also mentioned the first thing you do, Gloria, is to get ready in the morning.
Yes, to get
So
ready.
why is it important to be presentable and to be well presented at work, do you think?
So I always say to represent the company, to
Yeah,
see I am that I am how am I gonna say that, like I am well presented, like say the hair done, like I'm ready to work, that I am, my face is okay, I am awake and looking forward for anything that's coming.
that's it.
Yeah,
Exactly. So you're in work, you're well presented, you look smart, you look professional,
yeah,
you've got a good attitude as well, you can be positive, and you take pride in your work and you do jobs to the best of your ability as well.
yes, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Always. So you can look through this. So on the right hand side, you've got a graphic called or an image called the Yahari window.
Um, is that the one that says open self, blind self?
That's it. That's the one. So that's just a graphic which explains how you might see yourself, how others might see yourself.
Open self, blind. I think I'm all four of them.
So you can be all four of those depending on a situation or depending on who you're speaking with.
Ah, true. That's true.
So so depending on who you're with, you could be any one of these four. But just by having it written down there in an image, you'll probably be able to recognise or identify how you are with certain people, and that's fine. That might be the relationship that you have with them, but it also allows you to then probably reflect on that and see if you want to cultivate, relationships with people that, if you're more of a hidden self or unknown self, then you might want to think, oh, actually, I'd like to know that person a little bit better. So you might have a conversation with them to get to know them a little bit better, so they can get to know you a little bit better as well. So often with people in your team, this is done over time as well.
Yeah. Just have a question. So where it says blind self,
Yeah.
it says there information about that you don't know, but others do. Is that meant to be like they do know about me, like the things about me that I do not know?
Yeah. So some people might know things about you that you might not recognise in yourself.
So that's what blind self means. Okay, all
That's
right.
it.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. Interesting.
Okay. So we can move down, Gloria. If you just scroll down to page 5, and
Okay.
that brings us on to the next page, really. So how you're seen by others.
Yes.
So we've got this little graphic here as well in the pie chart. So professional presentation. So it may seem obvious, but how you present yourself will impact on how you are seen by others. So depending on how you look, people will make a judgment about who you are as a person and how you do your job, things like that. Other things might highlight kind of communication, using body language, and using physical appearance as well.
Physical appearance. Yeah. What does it what
Well,
mean
people,
that physical
sorry,
appearance?
sorry,
Like,
Gloria, you go.
sorry. What does it mean by physical appearance? Like how I'm dressed or what? If
Yeah,
I'm wearing. Oh, okay.
yeah, exactly. So physical appearance, so your clothes, how you're dressed, how you're presented, like makeup, hair, what clothes you wear. Do you look smart? Do you look presentable?
I see. I see. I see.
So the chances are, if you are, which we know that you are, you always look well presented and professional and ready to work. So people probably perceive you as exactly that. people probably see you as organised, well presented. You look after yourself. You take pride in your appearance. Whereas if there's people that don't, if there's people that turn up to work and they're a bit untidy, or they haven't done their hair, or the image that they project is that they might not be kind of organised. They might not be ready to work.
Yes,
So it's how image affects perception of you, and can affect perception of other people. So it's got it here. So 55% is based on body movements, facial expressions, and appearance. So that's quite a large percentage.
that is true. Yeah.
How you're seen by others. So you might not necessarily know other people, but other people will be able to make a snap judgment on who they think you are, and how you do your job based on your appearance, based on physical appearance. And 55% of that is done on that body language, facial expressions, and appearance. So how you dress, so how you wear your hair, your personal hygiene, all things like this, people will make judgments. You will make observations and judgments on people based on these things as well. This is what this suggests, this pie chart. It then suggests that 38% of observations and judgments on people is done on voice modulation and pauses.
Is that how people let's say the way I speak, or the way I actually? Okay.
That's it. That's exactly it. So the tone and the pace of the voice that you use. So you mentioned a little bit earlier on that one of your line managers speaks very slowly, speaks very precisely, and you find it quite reassuring the way that she talks, because she's easy to understand.
Yes. I see. Okay.
It's that kind of thing as well. So it's how people speak. So the tone of voice, the type of language that they use, their range of vocabulary. So how they speak to people. So people that tend to speak too quickly, you might think, oh, they're anxious about talking, or they're trying to get a point out, or they might not feel listened to, so they feel they need to speak very quickly to get their point across.
Okay, I see. Right, all right.
And then we've got 7% will be language. 7% you can judge or make observations about people, about the type of language that they use. So that if their communication is verbal, how are they speaking to others? What kind of language do they use? Do they use professional language? Do they use informal language? Is it appropriate for the audience? Is it appropriate for the job role? That can even be as basic as being polite, being patient, allowing people to speak, not swearing, being respectful of other people's views.
Right. Okay.
So these are all things that if you meet someone for the first time and you have a conversation with them, probably within the first 5 minutes, you're probably building a picture of how you see them straight away.
That's true. Yes.
First impressions and things like that, for example. You're building an impression of them based on what you can see, based on what you can hear.
Right. That's true. You're right. That's true.
Okay. So if we move down, Gloria, page number 9. So it's got a section on developing your professional communication skills.
All right.
So
yeah.
Depending on your self-awareness and the Yahari window, so that graphic that we saw a couple of pages up, you may not realise how you come across to others, or you may do, but asking for feedback is always a good way to develop your communication skills. So we know that that's something that you do. You've asked for it in your 360 SWOT analysis. You've asked for feedback from a line manager. You've asked for feedback from another member of staff. So how they perceive you. So it's always a good reflective practice to kind of realise how people perceive you, because you might see things in the feedback that people give you that you might not recognise or realise in yourself. So it allows you to grow and develop as a person as well.
Yes, yes, you're right. So when I did my 360 analysis, obviously, I had to rate myself, obviously, the way I think I do it. But
Yeah.
I am everything excellent. But obviously, by hearing from someone else's, so it gives me the like the confidence and thinking that, oh yeah, that's true, because most of the things I may see myself like I'm doing it, or I'm actually showing it that I can do it, or
Yeah.
I'm actually presenting it when I'm not sometimes. So yeah, it's very like surprising sometimes when I don't see things for myself but others can. So it's actually impressive that I can learn from it as well. So I can improve myself too as well.
You can. You can use it very much as a reflective practice, and you
Yeah.
will have one-to-ones or performance reviews with a mentor or with your line manager as well, Gloria. So all of this will be geared towards feedback that you can use to improve or to recognise areas of kind of strengths and weaknesses, or just to give you feedback on yourself, really.
Yes. It's
So
true. Yes.
you can use a mentor for that. You can use a line manager, somebody that you look up to, somebody that you can learn from. You're probably more likely to go to them for advice or ask them questions.
That's true. Yes.
Okay. And then we've just got a couple of questions on this page here, Gloria. So question number 1 is, explain when you have shown professionalism in your role.
Professionalism. I'll give. Can I just give one like simple answer? For example,
You can?
first thing in the morning is just like greeting the residents. Once I see them in the morning, I also the first thing is that I update anything to the residents, any news or something that's going to happen over the week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Excellent. So explain when you have shown professionalism in your role. So the first thing in the morning is where you ensure you greet residents and say hello to everybody.
Yes.
Or
Great.
first coming in or out. So I'm just typing this up, Gloria, here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized now we can write on them. Oh,
Yeah. From this. Use Okay, excellent. So question number 2, Gloria, is explain how you have been consistently punctual in your role.
mm, I wouldn't consistently because not 100% but I do sometimes like I try. Like for example, if there's been any issues like that was reported during my absence, like for example, if I've been away or during after work,
Yeah.
and if something happens, obviously, um, the night shift they have to report it to me, and I have to report back to straight away to the managers, to the line managers, so they could be aware of what happened and what I've done and what they've done, so to to solve the problem. Or sometimes like I have to like have the informed residents the upcoming work that's going to happen during the week in the building or something, so they could be aware of it. So that way they are updated like beforehand.
Okay, excellent. Okay, number 3, Gloria, is explain how you maintain personal presentation at work and how you know about your company dress code and policies. So Bidvest might have a company policy and a dress code, but also your building, your site might have a dress code and policy as well. So how do you know what to wear? How do you know what's expected of you in terms of presentation?
Well, I've been I always get the manager speaks to me and tells me what to like, what is the dress code, and plus just to like making sure that I understood. They send me over an email again, just so that I am aware that the dress codes what they are, and that I have accepted and that I am okay with it.
Okay.
So
So
I also the ones like it's on my contract as well, so I have to sign saying that I do understand that that's the dress code and that's how it should be dressed.
presumably, Gloria, have you got different dress code kind of policies like for the summer and the winter?
Yes, so recently they just changed it. So before it just used to be like a normal suit, like trousers and blazer.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, for the summer is different. So dress for the summer and like blazer and trousers in the cold winter day. So obviously, we have to wear what well basically we can wear whichever we want, but obviously it's made of those dresses are made for summer, of course.
Okay, excellent.
And we have to make sure we do wear the appropriate one. I mean, as in like we are wearing the correct one every time we come in.
Yeah.
As because after they have changed it, obviously they look into us if we are wearing the right way, if we're wearing the ones that they got us or something. So that's the reason why they have actually, like for example, uh, they have to buy exactly the same measure of the clothes for us, so
Yeah.
we could actually represent and show that we look even smarter than before, to look a bit more like sort of like the offices similar to look more smart, so they could, so that the building could look even much smarter and very important.
Okay. Okay, we're going to move down, Gloria, to page 13. It should have company values and company image. Lots of companies have integrity, professionalism as core values. They're sometimes referred to as corporate values. Some companies might have them up on the wall at reception or whatever that might be, like a mission statement along with their core values as well.
Okay.
So you can look at your own core values like Bidvest. They're usually found on a company website, but if not, you can ask your HR department or ask your line manager for them.
Company. Okay. I see. The company research company this company website. All right. Well,
So
I've never been into. Search the Bidvest Noonan website, so we'll do it.
that's it. So you can go on that site, or you can ask your line manager as to what they are, and they'll probably tell you or let you know. But they might be in like a company staff handbook as well.
Sure, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, so companies include a lot of these values because of the integrity and the professionalism of their staff, and the conduct of their employees is imperative to the company and the image that they want to portray. So effectively, as you mentioned earlier, Gloria, you're a reflection of Bidvest as a company.
Yes.
So its employees are a reflection of Bidvest as a company, and vice versa as well. So, if Bidvest have got really, really good staff, then they're going to have a good reputation as a company. And the same thing, if people hear that you work for Bidvest, they'll probably automatically think, oh well, Bidvest is a good company. It's an impressive company. So to work for them, you must be a good employee as well. So often the image of a company or the image that its employees portrays is vice versa. It gives you become an ambassador for the organisation, and the organisation reflects you as an employee as well.
Okay. Yes. The role of yourself and stuff. Yeah. Can you give me 1 minute, please?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. You okay, Gloria?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so moving down, more about company values and company image. So company values are created by companies to give short, often kind of one-word descriptions of a set of guiding principles and fundamental beliefs held by the team that helps you work towards a common business goal. So it's often, as I say, like a mission statement, for example. This is what we want to achieve. This is how we're going to achieve it.
Yes. Is that still the same? How you've been called as ambassador organization? Explain. Oh, sorry. Are we in the same page in the same question? Explain how you've been or could be an ambassador for organization.
That's it. That's the one.
Um. I do not know how to answer this one actually.
Okay, so we've just been through. We've just spoken about company image, and
Yeah.
also the image that employees portray that represent their companies.
Yes. So what what I've noticed from like for Bidvest is that they are like they like family, so they actually try to make everyone feel comfortable in their own zone, or whenever they are with group of employees who they are, to meet everybody. So it's like, so that way they could feel more like, well, that's what they make me feel like, more
Yep.
comforting, so I could represent and show them who my really company is, so how they treat me as an employee.
Yep.
And they always like, if I need something, they always be able to help me in anything I need. If I need more support at work, or in something that it's gonna work for me, so that I can improve my work, and also improve wherever I am. So and I feel like I'm happy that I where I am.
Okay, so that's going to make you feel valued
Yeah.
as an employee. Gloria, it's going to make you feel positive and happy as an employee, and want to do your best for the company.
Yes.
Okay, so you're motivated to work hard,
Yes, to motivate. Yes. Yeah.
best, and do a
Come
good
work.
job.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So it motivates me to come work every day, and which I'm not gonna lie, but it's the first time, and it's quite weird because I usually never like really coming to work, but this time it's like this company makes me like, oh, like, I could come work every day, and I'm very happy that I come every day work. I'm looking forward to anything that's happening or what's gonna happen or anything. So it's
Okay, there you go. So often you'll find that a happy employee is a productive employee
yeah.
as well. So you're happy in your work. So the question is, Gloria, explain how you could be an ambassador for your organisation. So how do you think you represent Bidvest? How do you think you could represent Bidvest in a positive manner? So I would say, Gloria, for example, that you're a good employee, that you do a good job, you always turn up on time, you're reliable and you're punctual, you're well presented, you enjoy your work, and you always try to do the best job possible. Would you say that's accurate?
Yes. Well, sort of, but yes, yeah, I do try my hardest to actually work properly, and I am to represent and everything. I do my best. I come presentable, get ready. Yes, yeah.
There you
It's,
go. So that's how you can be an ambassador for your organisation. So people will see you as a person, and they'll think, wow, you're a really good employee for Bidvest. So you're representing Bidvest very positively.
yeah, yes, which I do my hardest. Yes, you're right. Yes.
And the same with question number 5, Gloria, as well. So explain how you have been a reliable member of your team.
I'm always open with them. I'm wherever they need, I'll always help out as well, and
Yeah,
give my ideas as well, as they do to me, and we always like help each other out, like support each other in anything we need. So definitely they trust me, I trust them too. So it's really good working as a team like that, so that way like we don't we don't do things differently, we do everything correctly, like the same way, so we don't have to mess up anything or say something else. So um, the trust there is really nice. It's good, and we do learn a lot from each other. And obviously, when different resident comes in, or different people or something, like from the business part, like for example, from the other part, the reception that I do, obviously is different. So it's more busy, and
yeah.
we meet different people. So whether if I cannot handle it, obviously somebody's there. So we interact different ways. But there may be my let's say colleague may know the person and may able to help me out with it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's it. So you can be reliable in different ways.
Yeah.
So you can be reliable in the fact that you always turn up to work every day on time, ready to work.
Yes.
So that can be reliable. You can be reliable from the fact that your line manager knows that they can rely upon you to do a good job with certain tasks and getting things done. And you can be relied upon by other staff and colleagues when they give you information, when they when they trust in you, information to build a bit of rapport with them as well. So you can be reliable in different ways.
Reliable. It's true. Yeah.
Okay. So moving down, Gloria, we can go to the next page, which is role models and respect, equality, and diversity.
Okay. A role model. I'll say I don't really have a role model myself. I
Okay.
find because I am a very I'm a simple person, so I like to just keep everything sometimes not to show what I am or who I am, how I am, or something. So I just keep it very low, like myself very I sometimes I'm not very open towards that because I feel sometimes I may be doing something wrong and I try to pretend to do it that I'm doing it right. Um well, with respect, I that's definitely yes, I do it. It's fine with I can respect every people's decision or be able to understand them what deciding. So I do respect whatever
Yeah.
they. And equality, I have no problem with equality. For me, it's all the same whether I will understand the person how they feel or they want it to be. So
Yeah.
definitely. Diversity. There's a diversity in.
So diversity is the various people that you might work with or that you might come across at work.
Okay.
So it might be different cultures, different religions,
Yes. Which
different kinds of people.
yes. So for me it's quite difficult for them. Like for example, to people that come from a different background. Like for example, they may be different, but I do understand them and I do respect them. So they do have different way as well to speak to customers, but I do learn from them because I understand how they are and the
That's
type of
it.
they are. So
And going back to the pie chart at the top of the pages as well, we were talking about how people perceive you and how you can perceive people. One of the things was body language.
oh yes.
For example, if you make eye contact with somebody and smile, that's a universal language. That's very welcoming. Even if they speak a different language, they're going to be able to understand body language and what that means. So just by demonstrating that level of understanding is important, and again represents the business and yourself very, very well. But respect, equality, and diversity. So effectively, it's treating everybody with respect. It's treating everybody fairly. You may not have to treat everybody the same because everybody's different, but as long as you treat everybody fairly with the same principles, and understand diversity, that there's going to be diversity within a workplace, and you're respectful of that.
Yes, exactly like that. So that's the way I feel. So I do respect everybody. So everybody here, they do respect each other, and we do work for
Yeah,
us. So definitely, yes.
that's it. So just underneath, again, if we scroll down and go to the next page, Gloria, we've got the benefits of equality, diversity, and inclusion.
All right. Yes.
So diversity is about having a mix of different kinds of people. So men, women, young, old, different race, disabled, non-disabled. Inclusion is about embracing all people, irrespective of race, gender, disability, medical, or other needs. It relates to giving equal access and equal opportunity and eradicating intolerances or discriminations.
So that means like for diverse, that's the diversity, right? So
Yeah,
to respect everybody, but not in the same way, because everybody has a different way.
yeah. As long as you're treating everybody fairly, it's
But
it's it's okay to treat people differently because that's what they might understand. That's what they want. That might be how they want to be treated. But as long as you're treating everybody with fairness and equal opportunity, we
okay.
shouldn't be intolerant of people just because of their race or gender, or whether they're young or old, for example, because that can be discriminating.
Yes. Okay, I see that.
We're trying to eradicate discrimination from the workplace, well, from the world, hopefully. And the benefit to a business of having a diverse workforce is that it can bring different perspectives to an organisation. It can be very multicultural, so people have different views, and it allows people to have different perspectives on how tasks should be done or in life in general. So it's an interesting thing, and it can bring organisations together.
Okay, people
But really, what any workplace needs to do is to create an environment where everybody feels valued and everybody feels respected.
everybody feel valued and respected. Okay. All
That's it.
right. Now I understand. Because obviously, as I do cover the different desk, so yes, you're right. Because uh, I treat everyone differently in the customer service. So
Yeah,
uh, everyone, the from different races and age and everything. So I give them the opportunity to, yeah. Okay, now I understand.
yeah, perfect. So you treat everybody fairly, you treat everybody with respect.
Yes.
So, okay, so that kind of covers question number 6, Gloria. So explain how you would have to show respect to others, irrespective of background.
Mm, irrespective.
Again, you're going to have different a lot of different cultures, religions, a lot of different people working within a business, a lot of people that you might have to work for within the business or for clients within the business. So again, they might use different languages, they might be of different religion, different cultures, they might be male, female, young, old. But effectively, we treat everybody with respect. We treat everybody with fairness to make sure everybody feel valued. To basically make it a nice environment to be.
So it means like, okay. So it means like, for example, if somebody is Muslim, so
Yep.
just somebody is Muslim, so that means then they could feel like because of the cultural religious how they are. So it's like I need to show a different way of how to treat them, not treat them, but show them the respect, right? Like
Yeah.
to, okay, okay. All right then. So basically, well, an example, like basically here we get more people for like normal people. They are more elderly people, as we do have like a company called Portman State. So the state, so that company is more people that rents the houses and private houses from different like part of it for
Okay.
Portman. So we do get more like people that are older. So older pride, but obviously with them we do give them a lot of respect because we try to understand how slow they are and that they they speak very slow, and also they like to do things very slowly and patient. So we
Okay.
have ourselves obviously with them patient and slow. So if that still obviously, whether wherever they're from or the age or anything, so we still give them that
Yeah.
with a bit more priority than the rest of them, a bit more because of how they are, the type of person they are, because sometimes they're a bit more like they they like to ask more things, like they like everything to be done quickly or something because they are older. Isn't that fun? No, gonna allow me, no way.
Okay. Okay. Next question, Gloria, will be describe methods of how you would become a role model to peers and team members. How do you think you can become a good example for people that you work with? Or by setting a good example.
I don't see myself being a role model. I don't see that I can actually help others, showing that I am a role model, because I'm a person that I like to keep myself away from everybody, not to show it. But I believe that I always just think whenever I arrive in the morning, just to show them how everybody should be in the morning. Like whether you're tired or not, you need to see
Yeah.
that it you need to make sure you are awake and ready and preparing yourself for the day. So
Yeah.
that's why I think just that part I could be a role model, and then the rest of them, it's just like I feel like no insecurity. It's like I not ready to show them that I could be or do, or show them what I can do or how it's supposed to be done. So maybe I'm more polite. I just like
That's
just be polite. Literally just being polite.
that's
That's all I know that I could actually like be more polite. I'm very happy person.
that's it. Perfect.
Nothing else. All right. All right. Thank you very much. The value of your work. I got you promote the value of your work.
Value consistently advice. Okay. So there's only a few more questions there, Gloria.
Yes.
So it goes down to question 12. What I'll
Okay.
do is I'll save the document that I've started to type on,
Yes.
and I can send you that as a PDF. So hopefully it will allow you to open it and fill in the questions.
Yes. So I was just about to say that to you actually. So I wrote, as I opened the PDF, I did write down some the bits as well on the question number 2, 1, 3,
Yeah.
and from just those, and then obviously from question 4, I'm stuck again like last time.
Yeah. So I got the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. So is it right if I just screenshot again like the way I did
Yeah.
the
Exactly how you've done the others.
yeah, perfect.
You can um, just write down the questions on a Word document.
Okay.
Yeah, there's still huge issues with this, Gloria, by the looks of things.
It's fine. Anyways, just
Yeah, you might have to do this. You might have to do the same as what you did last time, and just copy and paste the questions and then answer them in a Word document.
that's no problem. I no problem. It's just that obviously, I think I have to actually solve myself up because I don't understand what's going on because I've saved a lot of like work that I've done and that I actually write down in the PDF, but I don't know, it's just gone missing. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what happened. I don't know if it was from yesterday that after updating the computer, it messed up. I don't know. It's a new computer. I do not know how to use it.
Okay.
So I'll definitely actually.
Okay. That's fine, Gloria. We'll just have to do it that way. Okay. Cool. All right. When did you want to book the next session, Gloria?
Any day.